Hello, 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 everyone. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing fine. Today, we have a very, very exclusive and very nice and interesting session talking about open minds, open models, open future, and everything what comes to open network because Web3 is all about full of opportunities, full of magic things, and of course, full of development and innovations. Today, I also have a very interesting guest. Tristan, CEO and creator of Inferium. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Kiwi. Thank you for having me again on Magic Square's AMA session. Always a pleasure to collaborate with you guys on the various kind of activities that you guys host regularly. So thank you for having me here.
And thank you for finding the time and joining us too. So let me please share a little bit about Inferium and how it looks like so we can actually go a little bit deeper into it. So briefly, shortly, what is it all about? Because right now we have different kind of AI tools, not only in Web 2, but also in Web 3. But this is something different.
Correct. Yeah, happy to share a little bit more. So for Inferium, we actually have been building it since the start to the middle of last year, and till date we have got a lot of progress right now. In terms of our user numbers, in terms of the number of inference requests on our platform, and in terms of a lot of models being submitted to us. So I believe we have made a lot of traction now. And just to give you guys a short introduction of what Inferium is. Basically, we aim to be the first AI infrastructure and analytics hub, for verifiable inference and agents. So, what that means is that, whenever you test a model or whenever we score a model, everything is recorded on chain, and you are able to, verify every single kind of testing that users have done, or testing and scoring benchmarks that we have done. Everything will be locked on chain. That is what we call verifiable inference, and we actually have real-time performance metrics and proof of inference as well. So all of these concepts, we actually bundle them together. Our aim is to provide you guys with unparalleled transparency, right? So that all users or developers of AI models will know the kind of testing frameworks, the kind of benchmarking that has been done behind the scenes, right? So we want to make all of this testing kind of feedback available to you guys, and that is our core motto as well, right? And further to that, we also want to reward you guys for your creations, for your performance, for feedbacks as well. So be it if you are submitting an AI model to us, we want to reward you for your efforts as a developer, or if you are just testing out the different models, giving them your feedbacks, your voting, your opinions, then we do take all of those into account as well, and we reward you guys as users and testers as well. So anyone can submit models to us. We are a decentralized platform, and for us as a platform, what we do essentially, as you can see here, is that we are able to aggregate multiple AI models together, and we can propose the best model for your needs, right? So let's say you are looking at a model, you want to find the best model in the trading field, or in the education field, or in the medicine field, even down towards finance and gaming, right? We are able to actually provide you the best model for all of your specific needs. And you can directly deploy this model into your own agents, into your own AI apps in the future, in just a few seconds. Yeah, and we also, are able to score every single model, test every single model with our own technical and human evaluation framework, and provide you with all of the transparent scoring. Yeah. So that's what we do in a nutshell. We are more of an infrastructure and analytics hub, where you can easily find the best agent or the best model to suit whatever needs that you might have. Yeah.
So you
Thank you.
have mentioned that community members actually can contribute, not as a developers, but also as a contributors.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit more details about that as well?
For sure. So, very simply put, as a contributor, not only if you come to our platform and you go into the tab called inference models, you can actually see a lot of models on our inference place or on our website, and kind of testing that you have done on the models, be it calling for an inference request of the model. Maybe you want the model to perhaps generate image from a sentence, or generate audio from a sentence. We do provide all of those as well. And by testing all the models and voting on the models, you guys can get some of what we call the infernal points, right? Those are the points that we use to calculate for airdrops in the very near future, actually. and we also reward you guys in our tokens and also in USDT. Correct. And apart from that, we also have a kind of inference quests. If you go under our leaderboards and quest page, we have various quests available for for contributors, right? So basically, you can log in. We award you guys for daily logins, or if you have a model to deploy on our platform, we will reward you guys as well. And some of the more model-focused tasks, right? For example, the inference task or evaluating of the models, or participating in our developer forum that is talk.forum, that is our talk forum. You guys will also get rewarded in infernal points, which will eventually be converted into quite a major airdrop because we do have a huge percentage of our tokenomics actually dedicated to token rewards.
So
Right.
speaking about the platform itself, it's quite
Yes.
open because if I compare it to other solutions that are right now in the market and ecosystems too, most of
Yes.
them they're kind of very focused. It's neither socialifying AI or it's neither gamifying AI. Why have you decided to be a fully open network and go to any other categories even possible? You mentioned healthcare, you mentioned AI community, and much more. So why? What is the reason to be
Yeah, because yes, thank you, Kiwi. Because we realized that there's this really, really huge gap in the AI space right now that there is not really one decentralized platform for everything that's transparent in terms of analytics for users. So we really want to be that platform. So you can think of us, for example, like Hugging Face, but of course, with blockchain technology integrated into Hugging Face and a lot more layers added to Hugging Face as well. So by we actually really emphasize transparency, collaboration, and decentralization. I think those three are our core models. We really want to build this kind of open future, open decentralized platform. So any small users or any developer can come onto the platform. They can just use the platform, find the best model, and everything is kept free, right? You can test all the models, even some of the models that are paid in other platforms. We offer them free here. You guys can find specific models or even generic large language models. You can find all of them on our platform for free right now. Yeah.
But when the ecosystem is decentralized and open, it also comes a question about how much trustable and secure it is. Because if anyone comes and upload his API and all stuff, how much can you be trusted on the sources that you actually search online?
Yes, thank you, Kiwi. So I think, as a decentralized ecosystem ourselves, we actually really want to aim to have everything transparent. And eventually, all of these will be put on chain as well, right? So we are using two familiar concepts, maybe to some of you. It's zero knowledge proofs and trusted execution environments, which is at the heart of our provable inference framework, right? So the in-depth details are all in our white paper, but we actually use a tiered system where the smaller models, all of the things that we use to test the models, everything will be using ZK proof to verify. The larger models, we will use TEs, which is the trusted execution environments, right? So when we talk about ZK proving, you can think about, for example, when an AI model executes an inference task, our side, we actually generate succinct ZK proofs using cryptographic primitives like ZK-SNARKs, zero knowledge succinct non-interactive arguments, or ZK-SNARKs, right? So these proofs actually confirm the correctness of the kind of inference computation that we have, while also covering and blocking sensitive inputs and immediate outputs, right? So all of the data that you guys are actually using to test the models and all of the outputs, everything is kept private in the kind of proving process that we use. And the other process that we use is TEs, trusted execution environment, right? So you can think of it like a closed virtual environment where you store all of your data, and all of this is actually secured within this environment. And the TE will ensure that all of the input data is encrypted and decrypted only within the virtual environment itself, right? So we are using a mix of both to actually verify everything on chain, right? And for us, we really emphasize transparency to build trust among developers and build trust among users. And one thing I want to mention, Kiwi, is that all of this is powered by Inferium's nodes. So our nodes is actually the backbone of our entire AI inference ecosystem. They basically, I think one of our core function of the nodes, it's worker nodes, and they actually power our decentralized AI inference by running a lot of AI inference jobs for text or image models. They are able to help to host and deploy AI models. They are able to benchmark models, and most importantly, can validate the kind of inference outputs through the proof of inference, right? So I would say Inferium nodes adds on to our entire layer of transparency as well. Mm.
Speaking of the transparency and the community participation, do you have a concept that actually members from the community can participate in audit models and decisions in the future?
Yes, of course. I think this is a core part of what we do, as mentioned previously, right? Because our whole concept is around verifiable inference. Every time a model is ran, we generate a cryptographic proof of inference using either TEs or ZK proof, right? So, you guys as users, you can actually check on chain. You can audit and double check, how a model reached a specific decision, and you can also validate and confirm whether these on-chain transactions are accurate. And by also running our nodes, you guys can also contribute in terms of verifying the parency of every single decision, and double confirm the results. Yeah. And in future, we also have a lot of validator nodes as well. That way, you guys can also vote on the kind of outputs that you think is accurate or not accurate, or vote for the kind of models that you would like to test and benchmark for.
You also mentioned that you do have a reputation system for the contribution. So one of them is neither a contribute as a developer, another one is a participate as a member, validate the apps, try them out, and climb the leaderboards. But how
Yes.
else does the reputation system works?
Yes, so similar to what I mentioned earlier, Kiwi. So basically, developers, if you guys run your own models, or if you guys develop your own small models, you can always go onto a website and submit the model to us. If it is selected, we actually will build the entire page of the model for you, and we will also link the model card to all of your socials, to all of your links, and when users actually use your models, if your models perform well, yeah, you guys will also get rewarded for your efforts. So this is something that Hugging Face isn't doing at the moment. As for normal users wise, if you guys are not a developer, you guys can still always come onto our platform to test the models and run some of the inference requests on the models itself, right? So by interacting with the website, you guys will also get, of course, I mentioned earlier, infernal points as well as the future airdrops, and you guys will also get significant tokens and USDT as well in the future. And we also reward you guys not only for testing the models, but even also for community engagement, right? So active participation in our social groups, or even our developer forum. If you ask meaningful questions related to technical issues, then we also hope to reward your efforts as well. And in the future, we do also have a lot of competitions and tournaments. So we do host regular tournaments, right, where we compete AI model against another AI model to see how well it actually solves the same task, right? So you guys can participate as a judge in those kind of tournaments, or participate as a model contributor in those tournaments, right? And these tournaments, they can actually reward you with a lot of points if you guys are actually doing a good job judging or as a model winner. And we also reward you guys, of course, for referrals, same like most of the other projects right now. Yep, so we do have a lot of incentives for our community, both the developer side as well as the user side. Mm,
But
thank you.
what, for example, if I'm not, a
Yes.
developer, but I'm dreaming to become one, and then I go to
uh,
ChatGPT and I write a prompt and
yes.
I have a
Yes.
brilliant idea that I have been cooking for a while. So it does means I
Yes.
can come to you and I can submit
Of
my
course.
concept,
Yes.
and then boom, that's my journey of developer starts.
All right, yes. So, of course, the if the model is more complicated, it's better. But we of course allow for budding developers or developers that are learning to code to actually submit their models. But they have to be working, of course. Submit the models to us. Once it passes our review phase, we can actually integrate your model into our platform, and a lot of people will actually see it, and you guys will also be rewarded. So we really, really encourage everyone, even if you're a small developer or just someone learning to develop, we always encourage you to come onto our platform, submit your creations, let people test it, review it, and then maybe with the feedback, you guys will know how to improve the model. Yep, correct.
I mean, I love it. I love it now. It's even easier with AI to become a developer. Not in the not only with ChatGPT, but also with
Correct.
what you're building. That's fantastic. We
Correct.
also
And the
have
amazing, yes.
yes.
And Kibi, just to add, the amazing thing is that we not only accept generic models, so generic large language models, but even if your models, are specifically focused, maybe you are developing a model in the trading sector, or you are a doctor, developing a model in the medicine sector, right? We even accept all of those models as well. So we accept very, very specific and niche models. And we want to be this entire library of models, not just the generic large language models like the GPT-4 or some of the other generic models. But we really want to, be an entire hub where you can easily find some of the smaller, some of the rarer models. Then we will have everything together. Yeah.
That's very impressive. I mean, I love where Web3 building is moving forward comparing to what has been done in the past several years. But we also have a quite interesting question from the community. So, taking a look into the project in 2, 3 years ahead of the time,
Mm.
how are you going to take a look into B2B market or government sectors market? Are you considering this as an option to in the future
Uh,
as
yeah,
well?
yes, of course. Actually, we are already revenue generating. We have about four B2B clients right now. So these clients are smaller AI projects that, want to submit their AI models to us to, for us to actually benchmark their models, or for their models to, be exposed to users like you guys, because they really want feedbacks from our developer community, for our user community. So we actually have four signed B2B clients right now, but most of them are smaller AI companies. But in the future, when we become a very, very, major hub for AI models itself, then we hope to, of course, attract a lot of, even government sectors, major private sectors into our platform. For example, even the large medical firms can come into our platform. They can find the best medical models. They can compare different medical models together on our platform, find the best ones for the needs, right? Whether it is for perhaps X-ray diagnoses, generic healthcare diagnoses, we do provide all of those as well. So an enterprise can easily come into our platform, find the best model that helps to enhance their own productiveness of the employees, and then take the model into their own apps in the future. So that is what we promise for B2B side. And I think that's something very interesting that I want to add. It's called the model PVP for enterprises. So what that means is, you can think of tournaments, right? But it's just focused on enterprise itself, meaning, B2B clients, they can test how well their private models go against other companies in that same industry. So industries like customer service, right? We will have two different enterprises compete their models against one another, and we actually provide them with a report. And this report will be very, very confidential. We don't highlight the company's names, but we back test and we show them the reports on the performance of their very own model and provide feedbacks as well. So all of these are currently in the R&D stage, but it should be released this year. Correct.
So, taking also a look into
Yes.
AI futures and possibilities because they are
Mm.
not limited, right? How
Yes.
much do you think they're gonna change our overall social impact and contribution, communication between each other? It's kind of a deep question, but I really want to know your perspective on that too. How much our social life and the quality of life is going to change overall the time?
Can you repeat again the first line again, Kiwi?
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
taking in account how much futures AI right now have, what kind of impact it's going to have on our social interaction and the quality of life.
I think it's going to impact a lot in terms of quality of life. Actually, now, AI has really impacted a lot into normal people's lives. So, be it if you are a designer or if you are a creative writer or even any field, right? People actually use many kinds of different large language models in their own work to enhance their own productivity, right? So, we are seeing already AI integrated. And I mean, even down towards the healthcare sector, education sector, teachers are using AI to, enhance their productiveness in terms of lessons, in terms of engagements, in terms of quizzes, and the directions of the future education campaigns. Teachers are already using AI, and even down towards healthcare sectors, right? Even image diagnosis, even heart rate monitoring, everything is enhanced by AI prediction. And I think just a curious thought from my end is that I think in the future there will be a lot of companies that will employ the zero employees rule. So what that means is that I don't think that they will hire any real employees at all, but the whole company will be made of AI agents, and every single AI agent will have their own specific task in that company, and that company will be able to operate 24/7. So it will be a very productive company, and I believe that might see more of those in the future. And also one more point is that AI and robotics sector, that one is a very, very huge sector as well in the future. We already seen AI and robotics come in many real life cases. So for example, the recent earthquake that we saw in Thailand and Myanmar, right? Uh, we saw Singapore using cockroaches, attached with robotic sensor and enhanced by AI. So these cockroaches will actually go into those earthquake sectors and remotely search for victims, right? So there's a lot of use cases for AI, especially AI intersection with robotics. Yeah, that's my thoughts in the future. Yeah.
That's interesting how the future comes, but I'm sure we see the future and it's bright as it says. Before we finish the session, I really want to know your personal perspective as a creator, as a founder, as a builder. What actually open future means to you?
Mm. I think open future is a very interesting term, and it's the kind of position that we are actively building towards. With Inferium, right, we are actually inviting developers, contributors, and users like yourselves watching this video to come and co-create the next generation of AI. This generation is not just powerful, but it is also transparent, collaborative, and fair. I think also one important thing is that AI regulation will actually be more stringent in the future. As AI becomes more advanced, there's a need for us to be more transparent around the uh, kind of analyzing of different AI performance. So we really want to build towards that open future, that transparent future, that every AI output can be trusted. It is not just a black box output, but everything from AI can be trusted and verified. So whether you are here to build, compete, or explore, the future is wide open. So not only it's an open, transparent future of AI that we are looking to, but we are also looking into an open future where small users and developers are actually rewarded for their efforts and their contributions, right? So let's hope to build it together with you guys, and yeah, looking forward to a very good open future. Yeah. And last thing to add, I think also because we are also doing our node sale right now. Kiwi nodes also contribute a lot to Open Future in terms of the way that they help to enhance the verifiability, the transparency of the outputs of models, and also productivity in terms of the processing rate and the inference rate of the models itself. Yeah.
Last but not the least, very last question to ask. My favorite question when I'm meeting builders and founders to ask. 5 reasons why you're building here right now. It should be short, it should be something that comes first to you. Reasons, maybe even more. Some of them have more, some of them have one, but how about you?
So 5 reasons why I'm building this product right now. I think first one is empowerment, right? So to elaborate, I really want to empower all developers and small users for their effort, something that other platforms, especially the Web2 centralized platforms, are not doing. So I believe empowerment is a very, very good word to actually empower not the big boys or the big players in the space, but smaller contributors in the community. And usually the smaller users and the community members work the hardest. That's how I'm seeing things right now. And the second thing is, of course, as I preached earlier on, it's transparency. I think transparency is very, very important, right? Especially when AI becomes more regulated in the future, as AI becomes more advanced in the future. Transparency transparency is very, very, very important. And I think I'm building this for the third reason, it's for the community, right? Because for us, community is key. We wouldn't survive without the community itself. So as a kind of middle inference hub for that connects, developers to users, if there's no community, if there's no developers and users, we will not be able to survive or thrive, especially in a rate market like today. And yep, so I think the fourth word is that we really want to be different. So different and different compared to our competitors, such as Hugging Face. We really want to improve on the kind of existing products that are out there, and because they have shown to have a lot of traction, they have shown that the users really have a need for those type of platform. So we really want to actually enhance it. We see a lot of loopholes or a lot of problems with the platform, and of course we want to integrate blockchain in to make everything extra transparent, extra rewarding for our users. Yeah. And I think the last one, which is not really one word, it is the product market fit, because right now in Web3, there's not really a platform that showcases inference and allows a user to basically find a model, the best model, in a few seconds, and then be on his way, right? Whether it is to build his own agent, build his own app. So we really want to be that library where a user can come in, declutter all the mess. So for example, if you walk into a library, you can easily find the book that you're looking for, be it a horror book, be it a book by a specific author. Once you type it into the search engine, we can actually provide you that book. And once you have that book, you can immediately borrow it, walk away and start reading it and start using the book for whatever purposes that you are looking for. Yeah. So and currently right now in the Web3 space, there's not really someone that's building similar products to us. That's really this product market fit hole or gap that's in the space currently. So we hope to fill that void, and we hope that you guys can support us in our journey. Yeah.
You're still very early on Web3 and you're still very early on AI. And if you're looking to start your journey, maybe Inferium is the one way to go with. Neither you are a developer, no matter what kind of background development you have, no matter which chain you're building on, well, that's your chance to try. And if you're a community member who's looking to explore AQ experience, well, very welcome to Inferium too. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to see what great more developers adventures you're bringing into the space and ecosystem. Very last goodbye words from you,
Thank
please.
Thank you, Kiwi. So I believe we are doing our free whitelist spots with Magic Square, one of our closest partners. So you guys can head over to their tweet. I think they have all the info there. So right now we are actually hosting our node sale. And basically it's for infra nodes, worker nodes, which actually, as I mentioned earlier, helps to perform various kind of working tasks. For example, uh, evaluating model performance, benchmarking and scoring models. And of course, you guys can get a lot of rewards from the nodes as well. I believe more than some of the other projects out there, we do have quite a lot of supply, and TG actually percentage on TG actually dedicated to node holders. And we also have a lot of you guys can also earn subscription fees, tokenization fees from agents from our premium packages. You guys will earn a percentage of those fees as well in the future, as well as early access to some of our exclusive and profitable AI models in the future. So a lot of benefits to node holders, and that's our core focus at the moment. And thank you, Magic Square, again for the AMA today. Yeah,
Thank you all and have a fantastic times.
thank you, Kiwi. You too.